hooking you into the moment. Belinda Bencic isn't just playing tennis here, she's turning a moment into a story about poise, trust, and the unspoken chemistry that happens when two players click on the court. Today, we're unpacking how a mixed doubles run at Indian Wells became a mini-drama about leadership, presence, and the tiny habits that separate good partners from great ones. Picture this: a sizzling Saturday afternoon, Stadium 3, and a Swiss-Italian duo that feels less like teammates and more like a well-rehearsed dance pair. Cobolli and Bencic roll through 3 straight set wins, then finish with a clutch 6-3, 2-6, 10-7, triumph over Dabrowski and Glasspool. It's not just a win, it's a statement that their synergy isn't luck, it's a crafted edge. What I find most fascinating is the dynamic they reveal off the court as clearly as they dominate on it. Bencic teases about bonding with Cobolli's potential future in the family, noting how he's good with kids and how that softens her guard. It's a window into how top players calibrate their environments, the culture of trust that can unlock higher performance. Cobolli, for his part, isn't just impressed by her skill, he's reading her energy, noticing how her focus shifts when kids are in the mix, and he's adapting in real time. This isn't vanity, it's a practical portfolio of habits that makes mixed doubles work, the ability to respond to an opponent and to your partner with acuity. Let's break down the core ideas driving this moment, and why they matter beyond a single match. Idea 1: the value of complementary chemistry over pure talent. Commentary: talent gets you into the arena, chemistry keeps you winning. Cobolli's takeaway about Bencic shifting her demeanor when she's in mom mode shows that top players aren't just playing their own ball, they're managing a shared emotional landscape. In my opinion, this is the hidden ingredient that separates great teams from great individuals who happen to be on the same side of the net. Interpretation: chemistry emerges from consistent communication, shared routines, and the ability to read the room, whether that room is a stadium full of fans or a quiet practice session before a big match. Analysis: when players synchronize their energy, they reduce cognitive load during critical points. Cobolli's observation that he admires her focus when she's with a kid in the audience signals that he understands the real target isn't just the point, it's the environment that yields peak performance. Reflection: this suggests a broader trend in doubles tennis. Partnerships that invest in psychological alignment often outperform those who rely solely on technique. Connection: if this chemistry holds, Cobolli and Bencic could become a case study in how mixed doubles partnerships are built, through empathy, environmental tuning, and deliberate practice of shared rituals. Idea 2: leadership by presence, not command. Commentary: Bencic's leadership isn't loud, it's contagious. Cobolli notes her focus, her eyes, and how she becomes a more intense version of herself during matches. That's leadership by presence. Personally, I think this is the kind of leadership that wins titles: quiet, consistent, and relentlessly precise. Interpretation: leadership here means creating a psychological climate where both players can trust their choices under pressure. It's about setting a tempo, anticipating opponents, and staying aligned even when the momentum shifts. Analysis: when partners mirror a deliberate attitude, opponents lose freedom, they're constantly reacting to a unified front. This is why Cobolli felt the need to learn from Bencic's approach, not just her shots. Reflection: the deeper takeaway is that leadership in doubles is a shared enterprise. One partner models intensity, the other amplifies it with strategic decisions. Connection: in broader sports psychology, this mirrors how high-performing teams function across disciplines. The leader isn't a dictator, they're an embodiment of the team's standard. Idea 3: the tactical edge of mixed doubles and opportunity signals. Commentary: Cobolli mentions new opportunities, with mixed events gaining traction on the calendar. What makes this really interesting is how a couple of wins can reshape a player's calendar, inviting new trust, new sponsors, and new pressure. Interpretation: mixed doubles isn't a consolation prize, it's a strategic arena where different skill sets combine to reveal new strengths. Cobolli's willingness to lean into the experience signals a flexible career strategy. Analysis: the evolving rhythm of events like Rome's tournaments and the US Open warm-ups creates a chain of motivation. Success here isn't just about the trophy, it's about showcasing adaptability to partners, venues, and formats. Reflection: this expansion could recalibrate how players allocate their energy across singles and doubles, potentially widening the pool of players who cultivate both paths. Connection: if more top singles players explore mixed doubles as a strategic complement, we might see a broader shift in how coaches structure training blocks and how players balance peak performance windows. Idea 4: public perception versus private work, the On Fire label and the real grind. Commentary: the headline captures a dramatic, eye-catching moment, on fire. But the real story is the painstaking preparation that led to that moment, the warm-ups, the micro-adjustments, the non-glamorous drills the audience rarely sees. Interpretation: what people don't realize is that such bursts of form are often the result of sustained, quiet repetition. The energy spike is the visible tip of a long iceberg of practice. Analysis: as viewers, we chase the spark, but the growth happens in the mundane, daily routines, film study, and small improvements that compound over weeks. Reflection: this raises a deeper question about how we measure success in sports. Is it the highlight reel or the disciplined line of progress that gets you to that reel? Connection: in the bigger trend of sports storytelling, audiences crave narrative arcs of instant magic, but the enduring arcs are built on grind, patience, and iterative learning. Deeper insight: what this really suggests is a model for high-performance partnerships: match technical compatibility with emotional alignment, then layer in strategic openness to new formats. Cobolli and Bencic aren't just playing for trophies, they're testing a blueprint for how mixed doubles success can be cultivated in real time, through feedback loops, mutual mentorship, and a willingness to grow together across events. Closing thought: if you take a step back and think about it, this isn't just about a win at Indian Wells. It's a case study in how elite athletes manage personal chemistry, leadership dynamics, and career versatility to stay at the top. The question I'm left with for you is this: how would you adapt your own teams, projects, or partnerships if you could borrow a page from their playbook? Prioritize the environment you create around collaborators as much as the work you produce together.